Hey, tough years make us stronger. 2024 is going to be a much, much better year. Keep your head up, look forward, never look back, and everything is going to be okay. You will get through this. You are fabulous, and you're going to slay 2024.
Well, I feel better. Do you all feel better? That was so inspirational, that message from former Congressman George Santos. That video was not obviously made specifically for the damage report, but it was made for somebody for money, because that is what George Santos has transitioned into, a Cameo career that apparently is doing gangbusters. The dude is apparently pulling in the equivalent projected over the course of a year more than he was as a congressman. And I think it's important for the country to just take a second to really think about the implications of that. But it is true, for a small fee, debatably small, you could ask Santos to tell your mom that you love her or roast one of your friends on Cameo. He initially was charging $75, but there was a lot of demand, so the price went up to $400. And because of that, over 4 days in Cameo appearances, they say he would clear more than he did as a member of Congress. I think that they mean that they're projecting that over time, not just in the 4 days, but who knows, why not? And the video that we showed you, that's the sort of video that you're gonna get. It's gonna be him, poorly framed, not dressed up, not really having prepped himself. There's no teleprompter. He's like looking down at notes or something kind of, and half-assing it at best. But we want to give you a feel for a few more of these videos he's made. Take a look at this mashup.
Hey, token straight friends. I mean, I was a whole congressman up until last Friday. Could have just stopped by my office. Let's talk about Botox for a second. You can tell it works. I'm 35, don't look it. From rise to congressman to fallen diva, as they all say. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. That's me. Love that your siblings call you the chaos child, because that's how I'm known in my house. So we have that in common. Period. Keep slaying, queen. Mwah.
So apparently there is nothing you can ask him to say that he will not say for money. Brett, what do you make of this?
I think I'm going to have to disagree with you on your detective work there. I think the way that this Vox article phrases it, he has made more money in 4 days of Cameo appearances than he would have made in 1 year.
How does that
$174,000.
To me, it doesn't matter.
Paid on Cameo for doing it.
He's making infinite money from the point of view of a regular person, whether it's over, he's making $1 bajillion dollars.
I don't think Vox is the kind of place that would do that kind of stupid extrapolation, assuming people would continue to ask for George Santos cameos at the clip they're asking for them now.
Well, regardless, he has made
still in the
a lot of money.
Friend.
So regardless, we can comment on it.
Right. I want to
your assumption.
I want to, like, a lot of the messages that you played were George Santos seeming like he was like delivering inspirational messages. I want to meet the people who actually are looking for inspiration from George Santos. It's only like crypto grifters. It's like, listen, you will find as you fall out of this tree you had no right to climb up, you will hit so many money branches on that money tree on your way down, but eventually you will hit the bottom, and you will be one of those people like in that list of, like, you know, driving for Jesus, like sing-a-thon in like Poughkeepsie, where it's like people you've never heard of and like 4 people you've heard of, like preaching for the Lord, saying to, you know, keep COVID away, which is fake. And also Trump got the election stolen from him, but it's not like the Trump campaign even has to put out an announcement saying you're not affiliated with us, please go away.
Yeah. Okay, so look, he's making a lot of money. I've been thinking about this a lot, and there's nothing that he is doing wrong here for the first time in his life, I think, right? He's right. The price is what he says it is. You get, as far as we know, what you paid for, you know? So he's not doing anything wrong, but it still feels wrong that he's gonna pull in hundreds of thousands of dollars based purely on the fact, and he can only make this money because he lied and committed crimes and made a profile for himself as a result of that. When so many people are suffering, it feels wrong, even though he's not doing anything wrong.
Right, but there is still a delusion involved. An illusion, a delusion, some kind of subtext that makes it amazing. Like his rise, he lied to get to where he was, right? And so there was a delusion, there was something happening that wasn't reality. Now the delusion's just warped, right? It's Santos. He honestly is probably deluding himself in a very pathological way into believing that these really are fans of his, asking him to do stuff. That's the fascinating part about someone who's such a con man like this, is that he seems in his eyes. And what makes it entertaining for the Cameo asker is he still, he might be profiting on it, but I am now enjoying it in a different way and that is like, equal and opposite to how frustrated I was on his ascent to the top. And I, as someone who gets to see these cameos I didn't pay for, it is quite rewarding and cathartic.
Yeah, look, you might be right. I don't know if he would care. Like if he was sure that 99% of these are from people that are making fun of him, he is still laughing all the way to the bank, I guess. He is making more money than I think we can reliably say than he has off of anything else. I mean, look, he's alleged to have stolen a lot of money from his campaign donors, but not, if this continues for months, this is going to be more money than that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an honest thing. Like, I guess I need a target for the anger and frustration that I feel. So I guess I'm going to put it, as I so often do, on if anybody in this is the problem, it's us, right? Like as a society.
It is politics as entertainment is the culprit instead of politics as a means by which to improve people's lives. That is what's at play here. This is where it most is crystallized. It was first with Donald Trump. He got on a debate stage and maybe he didn't say things that would ever result in any tangible positive change for people in America. But in a world where you're so frustrated with Congress because you don't know really what it does and how it makes your life better. It's just not making your life better, but you don't know how it would make your life better. But if you see someone who's entertaining you in politics, seeming to make the average politician's life worse, that is entertaining and rewarding for you. And that is politics working in a way it wasn't intended to work in, but for you, at least you're getting something out of it. Similarly here, Santos was just a freak sideshow. And I don't know what Congress does. I don't know how it's going to make life better. I know something with transing the kids if you're on Santos's general side. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, at least he's gone and I can make this douchebag dance in a way that, compare my whatever it was originally, $75 to Santos versus $75. And like, I pay that much a month probably if I didn't get that app that tells me how many random video streaming sites I'm signed up for.
I need to get one of those, by the way. Yeah, that is possible. And look, we try to, like, we obviously care about what happens in politics and we care about the interplay between media and that. I also very often find politics to be entertaining. I think that's clear to everyone who watches this. I try to be a part of making it entertaining because I think it's important that we keep people invested in what's going on. And if you are not to some extent entertained by that, I think that that's a bad thing. That said, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. I find AOC's line of questioning at the House Oversight Committee hearing on trans athletes, I found very entertaining. This is entertaining as well. They're very different things and they're entertaining for different reasons.
Well, it used to be rousing and inspirational was what we would hope we get from our politicians. Now it's like freak show or telling a freak show they're a freak show. That's that.
Yeah. Like maybe if we got like a cameo from like the president from Independence Day to give us a rousing, inspirational speech, you could put your cameo money into that. I think, and I'm going to close with this. The thing that I think fundamentally bothers me about this is, and I'm frustrated because this is like he's being perfectly honest in this, but it feels like just another instance of one of the core components of American society, which is just get your name out there. The best way to do that is by doing terrible things, conning people, scamming people, being awful. And then once you do that, you're likely set for life. You can do anything you want. You do horrendous stuff on YouTube. You con the people that are most devoted to you, but now you're a famous person. And so you can translate that money into any opportunity you want, or in politics now, apparently too. So I hate that we elevate the worst people. And here is a really crystallized example of it. In a couple days, he's gonna make more money than a lot of people in the audience will make in years and years and years. And that he's not being dishonest, but I still don't like it.
And it's just less and less likely that something like this can happen these days. That's why it's so impressive, because we have so much access to all this information. And there was only one real newspaper in his local area that was like, this guy's weird. Yeah. But this is how America used to be, man. Like there was, it makes me long for the days when you could there's this one amazing book about just lying. It's called, I forget. I'll remember it in a second. It's about basically the founding of the colony of the Congo, King Leopold's ghost, and I've heard of that. Ends up talking about the Congo, but along the way, all the Americans who were involved with that were people who just moved to America and lied for like decades to make a fortune, like full on charlatans. And you could do that back in the day, and that was like part of the appeal of America. You could just go be a charlatan here, and those days are usually gone. But in a time where we have a lot of things to cross reference it against, it's impressive when they get this far.